Previously on All My Children.
We seem to have a visit.
Jamie.
Please, Judge. You can't send my mommy to jail.
I love you, Erica, despite the fact that you impaled me with a forklift.
I will not fall for that phony pain again.
You miserable excuse for a father. Whatever you think you're doing, you're not gonna get away with it.
Marry you? Here? Now?
Yes.
No, no, and no. I mean, it's impossible.
Nothing's impossible. We've proved that.
Mike, this is all very impetuous and all very romantic, but I mean, as of 5 minutes ago, I was engaged to Jack. Well, I'm still engaged to Jack. He just doesn't realize it.
Erica,
Yeah, but
aren't you just sick and tired of jumping through Jack's hoops? I love you for who you are.
I'm not ready to get married again. I've made too many mistakes. I have a little girl, and she hasn't even met you.
All right, well, we'll call her up. Yeah, let me have an outside line.
Mike, stop this, Mike. Mike, stop.
What?
Come on, it's too fast. It's too
Come
soon.
on, Eric, I'd buy this argument if we just met, say, a month ago. But we've already been to the altar.
13 years
And
ago.
what's changed? We're better. You're more beautiful than ever, and I'm more handsome. We love each other. What's to stop us? Come on, Erica. I'm ready to hang up my holster. I'm ready to commit.
We don't even have a license.
Oh, Adrian's going to take care of that. Stop stalling. You want this as much as I do.
All right.
All right?
All right. When you're right, you're right.
You will marry me?
Just give me a moment to freshen up.
You'll
okay?
marry me?
I'll be right back.
Ah! She'll marry me!
You have no grounds, not a one. The court gave me custody.
Court giveth and the court taketh away.
Adam Jr. is happy here. This is his home. I'm not gonna let you take him away.
I'm the boy's father.
Just because you got me pregnant doesn't make you any kind of a father. And I swear, if we weren't standing here on hallowed ground, I would kick you right in your prenuptial bliss.
I always loved your anger.
Oh, please, you never loved anything about me. Except perhaps the fact I could give you an heir.
Dixie, that's not true.
Oh, do not try to sweet-talk me, Adam. Those days are long gone.
More's the pity.
What are you doing here, anyway? Besides aggravating me?
I'm laying my sister to rest.
Lottie, she's been dead for decades now.
You have a good memory.
Well, I suppose around you it doesn't pay to forget.
I'm touched.
And I am immune. You are not getting away with it, Adam. I am not letting Junior out of my sight.
Did you know the Hawkins family? Have you ever heard about them?
There's one of them buried around here, I think. A woman. Why?
Well, some sicko took Lottie's remains and put them in Joy Hawkins' grave.
Oh, my lord. Whatever for?
To punish me. Lee Hawkins beat Joy Hawkins nearly to death one night a long time ago. Stuart and I rescued her. And Lee decided to take his revenge, so he filled his daughter's head full of lies about me before he died. I told Stuart we should have taken care of him then. None of this would ever have happened.
Right here.
In the gap.
Right here.
Okay.
Good.
High five.
Team. I keep telling y'all, but you gotta do a tape. Call it the Holidays Workout.
People, we got 3 hours till curtain.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, another opening, another show, and none of it matters anymore.
Just the woman that I wanted to see.
Really? Whatever for? Oh, don't worry, John. Stuart Chandler means absolutely nothing to me, and I mean nothing to him. I'll prove it to you. I'll introduce you to him. Stuart? Stuart?
You can't send my mom to jail.
Okay.
No, don't touch her.
No, it's okay.
Your Honor,
I'm all right, sweetie.
Bailiff, remove the child.
Jim was a bad man. She had to shoot him.
Miss English, you'll have to control your son.
Jamie. Your Honor, I apologize. This boy is my son.
I know who you are, Mr. Martin. Bailiff, please escort the child and his father out.
No, I'm not leaving you.
Oh, honey, sweetheart, don't touch him.
Bailiff, after you've escorted the jury out, report back to me.
What the snake?
They're removing the jury until they can get Jamie calmed down and away from Brooke.
Did you bring him here to
Of
this?
course I didn't bring him here. He ran away.
Mr. Dillon, Miss Kiefer, please direct your client to release her son or I'll hold her in contempt.
Brooke, let Tad take him.
It's not the problem. Your Honor, my son has been out of town. He was unaware of the situation. I just need a couple of minutes to reassure him.
Please, Your Honor, it's not the boy's fault. He's had a lot happen to him the last few days. If we could just have a short recess?
10 minutes.
Will you let her go?
We have some work to do here, son. Your mother and I. But in the meantime, she'll be home for dinner.
You promise?
You have my word on it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Approach, Your Honor.
Before you ask, Mr. McLean, I will certainly caution the jury to disregard what they saw here today.
I appreciate that, Your Honor, but with all due respect, the damage has already been done. I move for a mistrial.
Jamie, just because I said you couldn't come doesn't give you the right to go running out of the house by yourself, especially without telling me. You scared me half to death.
You just don't think I can do things.
Sweetheart, of course I think you can do things. I think you can do all kinds of things. But this isn't Pigeon Hollow, it's Pine Valley. There's traffic out there in the street. There's all kinds of strangers running around.
Honey, it's just that we love you so much. We just want to make sure that you're safe.
That's what I wanted to do. To make sure you were safe.
I understand, sweetie. I really do.
Look, Jamie, if there's something you really, really need, you tell me about it and I'll do whatever I have to make it happen. Okay? But don't ever, ever go running out of the house without telling me again.
Sweetie, listen to me. I know this is hard for you. And I'm so sorry.
I'm glad you killed him. I hated him.
I'm glad that he can't hurt anybody anymore. But you know what? I wish there had been some other way to stop him.
Like what?
Sport. Obviously, we don't want to go around killing people. But sometimes, unfortunately, it's necessary. Like in a war, or when someone intentionally sets out to hurt or kill someone you love very much. But your mother did the right thing.
That's what I was trying to tell them.
That's why we're so proud of you.
Does it usually take Miss Kane this long to freshen up?
When it comes to freshening up, Padre, you never rush a lady, especially a lady who owns a cosmetic company. Don't worry. It'll be worth the wait.
She's a very attractive person.
Attractive? She's a knockout. I get to spend the rest of my life with her.
Mike, this is Dr. Silbert.
A witness. What did I tell you? She thinks of everything. Adrian gets here with a license. Okay, you know what? We could have a rehearsal. Why don't you take us through the I-dos?
You see, Doctor? He's completely delusional. He actually thinks we're going to get married here in this hospital room right now. Now, I'm no expert doctor, but I was thinking with his recent injuries, you know, the gash to the side, the blow to the head, blood poisoning, brain trauma, I don't know, but he's just not himself. And I really strongly advise you, Doctor, to lock him up while he's still docile.
Hey, there's no reason to tie me up. Hey, you touch me, buddy, you're terminated.
Oh, Doctor, it's so sad. It really is. He's just a nice, ordinary man most of the time, but now he thinks he's a secret agent on a secret mission.
The only mission I had, Erica, was to marry you, and you know that.
Oh, Doctor, do you really think that Erica Kane is about to marry a man in a ventilated hospital gown with paper slippers? Please accept my apologies, please, Chaplain, for Mr. Roy's vivid imagination.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. I'll be in the chapel.
Thank you.
Okay, Erica, you've had your little joke.
My joke?
Yeah, your joke.
Mike, I don't think any of this is funny in the least. But I certainly do understand. You're just not yourself. What you need to do is just lie back there and relax and try to get well, Mike. Try to listen to Dr. Silbert. He's the resident psychiatrist here. He can really help you a lot. And I'll come back and I'll check in on you in a few days, after the drugs have had a chance to work.
Erica. Erica, you are not going to leave me here with these head shrinkers.
Oh, you just relax and take it easy, you poor thing.
Erica. Erica! Erica, come back here! Erica!
That's funny. He was just here.
Oh, there he is. Yoo-hoo, John.
Just a sec.
He's so responsible.
Is that the man you were talking about the other day? Your new friend?
Mm-hmm. He's wonderful. He's the strong, silent type. He's always picking things up and carrying them around.
Like a bus.
A bus? Oh, yes, like a bus. Stuart, you really are funny. I really miss your sense of humor.
Does John make you laugh?
Oh, constantly. I mean, he's an endless source of wit and humor, you know, and he's got a marvelous code of chivalry. I mean, he's been a great comfort to me. Look, why don't I go find him? And
Oh, no. I really have to go. What's this?
What? Oh, that must be John's. He's got a necklace made out of shark's teeth. He was a scuba diver. You know what they're like, trophies from the deep and everything.
Shark's teeth?
I'll be damned. How did a shark's tooth end up in that cabin?
No, I found an Indian head out by the back path once. Never anything like this. Maybe this belongs to the person who crossed those generator wires. This belongs to John?
Oh, yes, I told you.
I want to meet him.
Okay, if you insist, I'll go find him. Excuse me, have any of you seen John? No? Hello, have you seen John?
Sorry, no.
Oh. John?
Liza and Stuart hadn't been there to give Scott CPR, he'd be dead.
You know Camille is behind all of this?
The DA has an APB out on her.
And you want to bring my son back into the middle of it?
Dixie, I want to protect him.
Oh, like you protected Stuart and Haley and Scott. Junior stays right here.
Dixie, you're being naive. Camille Hawkins was in Pigeon Hollow just a few weeks ago. If she decides she wants to go after Junior...
Jeez, you know, you are such a blight. You know that you're a virus. Anybody who gets too close to you is forever after cursed.
I swear to you, you'll be safe.
You don't care about him, Adam. It's the ever-loving Chandler name that's what you care about.
Dixie, that's not true.
Really? Then why did you tell Junior about Brooke's trial? Thought you'd do a little end run around me, get to Jamie by using our son? You are such a mean, nasty piece of work. And I swear, I don't know how you're still around. I don't believe a single word out of your mouth. After what you did to Jamie, I'm surprised Tad didn't finish you off.
How can you be mad and proud at the same time?
Because you broke a major rule by running out of that house without telling anybody. But you did it for a good reason. You did it because you wanted to stick up for your mom.
Is the sticking up part better than the breaking the rule part?
You are not gonna wriggle out of this one, okay?
You know, your dad and I have both broken our share of rules. But the thing is, when you do that, you have to be prepared to, to deal with the consequences, even if it means
Going to jail?
That won't happen.
you have to have faith that everything's gonna be okay. Faith in Trevor and Belinda, and faith in all those moms and dads on the jury. And we have to have faith in each other.
The important thing is that we both love you very much. And everything's gonna be fine.
Where is my favorite grandson?
I'm your only grandson.
Oh, how did you get so smart?
His mother.
His father.
You know, Petey is just dying to see you, honey.
Petey's here?
Well, no, he's waiting for you at home. I told him I thought there was a chance you might come over for a swim in the pool, maybe a little ice cream.
I'm having dinner with my mom.
Of course you are, sweetie. And I'll have you home in plenty of time, okay? In fact, maybe we'd even stop by the serving spoon, pick up some of your mom's favorites. What do you say?
Sounds like a plan, Ma.
Okie dokie. Let's get going.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey. Okay, have a good time. And swim a lap for me, okay?
Miss English's display of maternal devotion was...
Oh, what's it, a crime to love your kid now?
When you use it to prejudice the jury, yes.
Oh, just what are you saying there, counselor?
That you set this whole thing up, counselor, to sway the jury's opinion of your client.
I resent that lie.
The jury saw her leap to her son's defense, exactly what you're claiming she was doing when she shot the deceased in the back.
Don't point your finger at me.
What the jury saw was the truth about our client. Your Honor, this was not staged. It wasn't fake. I mean, that's Brooke English. She's strong, she's loving, she's protective.
Tell it to Jim Thomason.
Jim Thomason saw that in her and took advantage of it.
On point, counselors.
Your Honor, if what we're here to do is to uncover the truth, then the truth cannot hurt us. What can hurt us is to throw everything out and start all over again. It's costly, it's time-consuming, and unnecessary. What's more, to have our client wait around while we impanel a new jury and set a new trial date...
She deserves a speedy trial, Your Honor.
Then she shouldn't have tried to manipulate the system.
We'll continue with the trial, as is. Bailiff, bring in the jury. I'm accepting your story about the boy, but I'm warning you, I want this case tried on its merits. No more theatrics or I'll reverse myself. Call your next witness, Mr. McLean.
The state calls Phoebe Wallingford. Request permission to treat this witness as a hostile witness, Your Honor.
Hostile doesn't half describe it.
If this Camille person is such a threat, Adam, how come you're the only one who hasn't been hurt?
Of course I've been hurt. My whole family. My brother, my daughter, my nephew, now my sister.
You used your own son to get to Jamie. Who's to say what you do to convince me that Junior belongs back in Pine Valley with you? I know you, Adam. And I know your tricks, and I'd say this is just par for the course.
You're not making sense. On the one hand, I don't like my son, and on the other hand, I'm sacrificing my entire family to get custody of him.
Because this isn't even about Junior. This is about me, getting back at me for taking Junior away.
Dixie, no, I don't mean to insult you, but I've moved on, sweetheart.
Brooke left you, Liza left you. I guess without a woman to ruin, you're just plain bored. So hey, let's go bark up old Dixie's tree.
Why don't you ask your ex-husband about her?
What does Dad have to do with any of this?
He had an affair with her. Of course, he denied it when he found out what she was up to. Ask him. Tad will tell you Camille is dangerous.
Did your niece ever have occasion to spend the night with Mr. Thomason?
Yes, it is indelicate, and it's also impertinent.
Your Honor.
Answer the question, Mrs. Wallingford.
I do not peep into other people's bedrooms.
So you don't know what your niece and Mr. Thomason did all night?
No, of course I don't. Wait a minute. That's not what I meant.
Did your niece ever tell you that she was in love with Jim Thomason?
Objection, Your Honor, irrelevant.
Goes to motive, Your Honor.
I'll allow it.
Did Brooke ever tell you that she loved Jim Thomason?
Well, there's love, and then there is love.
I'll take that as a yes.
But all that changed.
Thank you, Mrs. Wallingford. No more questions.
Mr. Dillon?
Mrs. Wallingford, isn't it true that at one time Brooke English, in fact, everyone thought that Jim Thomason had saved her life?
Oh, yes, because that was his intention.
So she was warm and kindly and affectionate to the man that she thought she knew?
Yes, but that was before she discovered the full impact of his infamy.
That he was a child pornographer.
Objection.
Sustain. You know the drill, Mr. Dillon. Confine yourself to the testimony established by the prosecution.
Mrs. Wallingford, we've established that your niece was affectionate with the deceased. Did that ever change?
Oh, absolutely. When she discovered that he was responsible for the crash of Flight 149, which resulted in the death of Maria Santos Gray and all those other people, she couldn't bear the sight of him.
Thank you, Mrs. Wallingford. Reserve the right to recall a witness.
Noted. Mr. McLean, redirect.
Yes, Your Honor. Mrs. Wallingford, you testified that the defendant was horrified by Jim Thomason.
She found him repulsive.
I see. And yet she still accepted his proposal of marriage.
She did not. She loathed the man.
At this time, the people would like to enter into evidence a receipt for a diamond ring purchased by Mr. Thomason. Do you recognize this ring, Mrs. Wallingford?
Well, it's exactly like every other diamond ring. Rather small.
Isn't it true that Jim Thomason gave this to your niece in expectation of marrying her? Now remember, you're still under oath.
I do not need you to remind me of my duty, young man. Now, as far as the ring is concerned, she accepted it only so that he would not get suspicious.
In other words, she lied to him.
A woman has a right to change her mind, especially when it comes to men.
But she didn't change her mind, did she, Mrs. Wallingford? As you testified, she knew all along that she was not going to marry Jim Thomason.
She was gathering evidence. She was afraid of him, afraid of what he might do to her children. Now, he had already hurt Laura dreadfully by passing out those filthy photographs. Something which you people have done absolutely nothing about.
So she took matters into her own hands.
Objection, Your Honor, leading the witness.
I'll rephrase. Did you ever hear your niece threaten Jim Thomason? You've already testified that she was gathering evidence, that she lied to her fiancé. She obviously didn't trust the man anymore.
But you know what he did? He planted a live microphone in her living room, which is strictly against the law, and we had to turn the radio on with loud music so that we could make our plans.
Plans to kill him, Mrs. Wallingford?
Certainly not.
She threatened him, didn't she? She loathed him. You said it yourself. She wanted him gone, and so she threatened him.
You back off, young man, or I'll make you wish you had. Now, there's a threat. But I very much doubt that anyone expects me to shoot you.
This belief that you're a spy, can you tell me when this feeling started, Mr.
The day
Roy?
I was inducted to the agency.
If you're not going to be cooperative...
Look, doctor, she's making a fool of you. She's making a fool of all of us. If you don't believe me, call my doctor.
This hostility toward Miss Kane...
Hostility? Ha! You haven't seen hostility. Wait till I get my hands on her.
Signed, sealed, and...
Adrian, look, will you please tell these doctors that I am not crazy, and that contrary to what Erica has to say, we were about to get married.
Well, any man who wants to get married is crazy in my book, but if it's proof you want.
Mike Roy and Erica Kane. Well, I'm terribly sorry, but this is meaningless.
Meaning? Would you show him your ID? He doesn't believe us.
All right. Look, Mr. Roy and I are special agents on assignment here in Pine Valley, all right?
I don't know what to say.
How about release the patient?
Right, yes, Brewster. And,
Brewster?
You have my sincere apologies.
It's all right, doctor. Not everybody gets taken by Erica Kane. Thank you. You laugh at your own peril.
Why do you want to marry a woman who'd have you committed? I mean, she's not worth it.
You're wrong.
No woman is.
I'm telling you something. Adrian, you have never been in love. You will understand when you're in love.
Look, the woman gored you with a forklift.
And I died on her. 13 years ago. 13 long, lonely years.
Let's not rewrite history, huh? I mean, come on, we had a lot of fun, didn't
It's
we?
over, my friend. I'm only glad I lived long enough to realize what was important.
And that's what?
Her eyes. Just the ability to look at those eyes and have those eyes look back at me. Yeah. If you tell anybody... No, you know something, Adrian? I don't care who you tell. I don't care who you tell. I don't care who knows. I love Erica Kane. I love her. I want her. And damn it, I'm gonna have her.
Keep your shirt on, keep your shirt on. Oh, Erica.
Myrtle, I have been through a lot with this man. I mean, first he died on me, then he lied to me, then he kidnapped me. But this, I mean, he didn't even have the decency. Myrtle, would you marry a man with his fanny hanging out?
Depends on the fanny.
Myrtle, I'm serious about this. I mean, he's standing there, well, I mean, he's lying there in his hospital gown with a chaplain and balloons, and he thinks I'm just gonna walk in there and marry him just like that. I mean, the ego, Myrtle, the unmitigated gall, the nerve, the audacity. What? What?
Sweetheart, you loved every minute of it, didn't you? Oh, dear. You know, I must admit that Mike Roy has got a very unique way of showing his affection.
Affection, Myrtle, this has nothing to do with affection. He just wants to win. And now that he's quit the spy game, I guess I'm his latest adversary.
That's a very fine word, considering what you did to him.
What I did to him?
Well, you attacked him with a forklift.
Well, yes, because he deserved that.
Yeah, and that was after you kidnapped him and sicked a German shepherd on him.
Myrtle, he started this.
And you could have stopped it if you had quietly told him that you were going to marry Jack and meant it. He would have left town. We wouldn't be having this conversation.
So what are you saying? You're saying that I still want him around?
I don't think you need me to answer that one.
Myrtle, I'm in love with Jack.
Oh, you're in love with Jack. Before that, it was Dimitri. Before that, it was Adam. And before that, it was Travis. Have I got them in the right order?
Well, what's your point, Myrtle?
Tell me, what is the difference between Mike Roy and all these other men in your life?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You just don't want to admit it.
I'm terribly sorry, Stuart. I can't seem to find John anywhere, but I know he'll be back soon because he was desperate to talk to me. So if you'd like to wait.
Oh, no, it's okay. I gotta run. Kevin?
Oh, hey, Stuart.
Yeah, could you take me a big table for tonight? My whole family's coming.
You bet.
Okay.
Sounds like quite a party.
I'll see you around.
Bye, Stuart.
Marion.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, yeah, I just had to check some supplies for tonight.
Well, Stuart wanted to meet you. He was asking all about you.
Really? What'd you tell him?
I told him that you had fought sharks in the South Pacific, and I think he was a little jealous.
Well, that can't hurt.
Oh, I knew you'd understand. Anyway, he's coming tonight, and I promised that he could meet you.
Listen, Marion, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Albert and I are really trying to make a go of this place, and if we could get the right people in here, right from the get-go, like your movers and shakers.
Well, he's asked for a big table for his family.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna bring Haley and Scott and Adam?
He didn't say.
Huh. Well, you know these people, so maybe you could put in a call and they could make an appearance.
All right, let's just say that you're right, that this Camille person is a threat. I mean, isn't that all the more reason that he should stay here with me on a short leash?
Dixie, you're just not equipped to protect him.
You sent down that security guard?
One security guard isn't enough. Dixie, we're wasting time here. I've been granted temporary custody. Now, if you fight me, I'll have to call Sheriff Hadley. I don't want to do that. I don't want this to be ugly, but it's going to be if you fight me. Just accept it. It's unfortunate, but it's necessary. But don't interfere, because I'm taking my son home.
You're gonna have to find him first.
Mrs. Wallingford, the question is very simple. Did you hear your niece threaten Jim Thomason?
I can't recall.
Your Honor, please instruct the witness to answer the question.
Mrs. Wallingford, please consider your response carefully.
Judge, I'm not as young as I used to be, and my memory is, well, just ask your wife.
Your Honor.
The point is, Judge, that Jim Thomason, a viper, got exactly what he deserved. Why, if he'd been allowed to live, God only knows how many other horrors he would have inflicted on how many other little children.
This is Thomason's fault. You know that, don't you?
Jim's in Hong Kong.
I don't care where he is. He's the one that got Jamie into drugs. He's the one that got him into that business. 7 years. 7 years is what he gets for killing Maria and all those people, and he just gets out.
We should have killed him when we had the chance.
Jim Thomason preyed on little children.
Don't you understand? He wouldn't have stopped. He wouldn't have stopped. I had to kill him.
Sorry, Your Honor. Order.
He was a monster.
Dillon?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Even if I had to kill him.
Okay. Fine. You love her? What are you gonna do about it?
I don't know. I was so close. I ditched the fiancé. I shanghaied the chaplain. I got her to admit that, well, not in so many words, but Adrian, she loves me.
Ah. You can lead La Cane to the altar, but...
What am I gonna do? I'm at a loss here. I may lose her.
What about flowers? You try that?
Flowers?
Yeah, little chocolates, poetry, moonlight, soft music.
You think I should romance her?
It wouldn't kill you. And I, for a fact, know that the women like it.
Adrian, we're talking about the rest of my life here, not a weekend in Belize.
Well, just a thought.
Romance? You think?
Dimitri, Adam, Travis, Jack. You loved them all, but you left them. Now, Mike Roy...
Died on me.
Yes, but, sweetheart, whatever you two felt for each other, it was never tested. It's like unfinished business.
But I grieved for him, Myrtle, and I moved on.
Yeah, well, now a second chance is staring you in the face.
No. Well, no, that... Mike Roy? No, it couldn't possibly. I couldn't possibly still.
Why not?
Well, because... You think I still?
Only you can answer that one. But if I were you, I would just think how you've been behaving lately.
Oh, no. No, I mean... Well, that's it, isn't it? That is the only possible explanation. I still love him.
He would have killed my son.
Order, Miss
He was a
Keeper, please.
monster.
Sorry,
They have to know.
Mr. Dillon, I gave you fair warning.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. This is a very difficult time for my client.
Yes, while we all appreciate the gravity of Miss English's situation, I will not tolerate disruptions in this courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor. We hear you loud and clear.
Mr. McLean.
If you would prevail upon Mrs. Wallingford to answer my question, Your
By all
Honor.
means. Mrs. Wallingford, did you ever hear Miss English threaten James Thomason? I want an answer now.
Damn it, John, of course she threatened him. We all threatened him from one time to another, but she never intended to...
That'll be all, Mrs. Wallingford. Thank you.
I'm sorry, darling.
Mr. Dillon?
Nothing further at this time, sir.
Mr. McLean, your next witness?
The people rest, Your Honor.
In that case, we're adjourned until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
I just blew it, didn't I?
Hey, if you think that was bad, wait till you see what we do to them.
Well, I hardly know Haley. And as for inviting Adam, forget it. He'd only make everybody miserable. But I heard that Scott's been released from the hospital. I'm sure he'll be coming with his dad. And... Oh, that reminds me. I've got to make a reservation for Liza. Would you excuse me? I'll see you later, darling. Kevin? I want to make a reservation for Liza.
Well, this way, Chandler. All your near and dear will be blown to kingdom come. And you'll be left alone. Just like I was.
You're not the only one with friends in high places, Adam. The minute your plane touched down, I knew about it. I knew you were up to no good.
But as you just said, I have a security officer watching your house.
Billy! He's so sweet, you know. He takes a little nap after lunch around 1. And the other one, the redhead that I'm not supposed to know about, I don't think that boy's ever been outside the city. Junior lost him in the swamp.
That our son's alone?
Adam, he is fine. Oh, boy, did I know you were up to no good.
Damn it, Dixie. Damn it, you don't know what you've done. Wayne, my son has eluded the security net. I went 12 men up here with dogs. He's alone in the swamp somewhere.
Adam, he's fine.
Damn it. She will do anything to get to me. She will kill everyone I love. That's how much she hates me. Don't you understand that?
Well, yes, actually, I do understand. I've been there.
Well?
All right, I will tell you where he is on one condition. I come back to Pine Valley with him.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
Tomorrow on All My Children.
Would you like to be rescued from this predator?
Joseph Henry Martin, have you lost your mind?
I just want to get down to the basement so I can get out of here before Mateo knows I'm missing.
Okay, let's go.
Visit abc.com and get a sneak peek at what's coming up on tomorrow's